Find the second Taylor polynomial t2 of x for f of x equals tan x centered at a c equals 0, b c equals pi over 4. So the formula that we have for a is that t2 of x is equal to f of 0 plus f prime of 0 x plus f double prime of 0 x squared over 2 factorial. This is actually f prime at 0 x to the 1 over 1 factorial, and even f0 x to the 0 over 0 factorial. So that's the general term. For b is very similar. Just to note, t2 of x is going to be f, but it's going to be evaluated at pi over 4. Again, x to the 0 over 0 factorial plus f prime at pi over 4. But it's not x though, it's x minus pi over 4. And that's to the 1, just like we have x minus pi over 4 to the 0 here, really. Plus f double prime at pi over 4. X minus pi over 4 squared, and again that's over 2 factorial, just as our second term here is over 1 factorial, and again over 0 factorial. So it looks like what we have to do is get f prime, and f double prime for each of the answers for a and b. So let's get to it. So we have tan x, then its derivative secant squared x, and the derivative secant squared, which is 2 secant x, times the derivative secant, which is secant tan, giving us secant squared times tan x. So let's evaluate at x equals 0, and again at x equals pi over 4. So at x equals 0, the tangent of 0 is 0. The secant, being the reciprocal of cosine of 0, is 1. 1 squared, 1. And again, here we're going to end up with 2 times 1 times 0, which is 0. So our answer for part A anyways is 0 plus 1x plus 0x squared over 2 factorial. So t2 of x is just plain old everyday x. Now, for t2 of x centered at pi over 4, we're going to have to compute that as well. If x is pi over 4, the tangent of pi over 4 is 1. The secant of pi over 4, the cosine of pi over 4 is root 2 over 2. So this is going to be 2 over root 2 squared. So that's going to be 4 over 2, which is just 2. This is going to be 2 times, we've seen that before, 2 again, times 1, which equals 4. And therefore, we get t2 of x centered at pi over 4. t2 of x is equal to 1 plus 2 times x minus pi over 4 plus 4 over 2 factorial x minus pi over 4 squared.